Hi there, it's Shell, and I'm picking up from where I left off earlier, and I just wanted to show this to you guys. I don't think I've shown it yet, so I thought I would go ahead and, show you what I'm doing. What I did is we were working on our pockets. Well, I did some little snippets, and let me kind of show you what I did. They're just, I just used some odds and ends and some music paper. So on these, I went ahead and glued them together, just a little dot of glue. So when I put it through my sewing machine, everything's sticking where it needs to stick. And we're just I'm going to do a zigzag stitch, and I'm going to go ahead and sew this. I'm going to sew it in a row. So that means that I'm not wasting any thread, and it goes so much faster. So I went ahead and did that for my 4 for the yellow book and 4 for the blue book. So we're just going to zip through these real quick, and when I go through them sewing, I'm just going to sew one stitch, and it's going to go through all my layers. So then when I get to the end of that little snippet, then I'll kind of come to this one, and I'll do the same thing, sewing through all the layers. I just want to make sure I catch every layer with a sewing machine stitch. So like this one, I'm just going to start here, kind of put this where I want it. And then I won't have to like cut off my thread, from every one. So I wasn't sure if you guys had seen that, and it's just a simple little way to use up some scraps. Uh-oh. I think, yeah, my thread broke. So let's just see what's going on here. Hopefully my sewing machine isn't messed up. Usually when my thread breaks, it's like I need to clean my sewing machine. Oh, there it is right there. That's the issue. Somehow it wrapped around. And I love this sewing machine. This is a Brothers, and it has a little threader on it, so it just threads it really simply and quickly, like I'm already done. So there we go. So I think it tightened around my thread on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these to see how it's kind of like in a row like that. This one, I kind of messed it up. That's okay though. It's a good thing it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then, but then you're not wasting tons of thread by doing it like this. So it's really simple. If you guys wanted to do these, I'm going to go ahead and sew this one again. This is the one it kind of messed up on. And then I'm going to do my 4 to the side for my other book. And then we will. Sometimes I have to lift my foot up, just because my little snippets will get kind of caught underneath. And it's just easier to kind of straighten them out when you lift your foot up. I think I'm on my last one. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. It takes more time figuring out what you want to do than to actually kind of sew them. I got all of them. And that's how simple that is, which is nice. And like I said, you know, they're kind of in a little kind of a line, which is really nice. So I go ahead and snip these little things apart. And if you watch in the junk journal world, a lot of people make little snippets and stuff, so it's kind of fun. You know, they challenge themselves where you have, you know, 5 snippets, and you kind of, or 5 pieces of paper for each snippet and things like that. So that's kind of fun. And then I thought about actually sewing them onto my little pockets, but I decided against that. So now I'm just going to figure out which pocket each little snippet's going on. Let's push that back a little bit further. There we go. And you know what I'm going to use or whatever, and I'm just going to glue these down using my art glitter glue, because I think it works really well for these. And just kind of figure out, you know, what I want where. And what I did was, when I was doing a bunch of music paper, I'm going to show you guys, but I went ahead and I ripped a whole bunch of music paper and other kind of papers, and I went ahead and inked around them. So if I don't want to use the inking side, I can always use the other side. But usually I want my things inked, and if I have a big batch of them, then, you know, they're already ready to go. So it's kind of nice. It's a quick tip, just to, you know, if you have time, you're sitting there, you know, sometimes I have those really bad headaches, and I really can't do anything with my neck. It's kind of fun just to sit and, you know, sit back, relax, like in my recliner or whatever, and, you know, just kind of play and get some stuff, you know, kind of built up in my stash. So what I'm doing is, like, if there's a piece that, you know, wasn't caught very well in the sewing, like this little piece of rickrack, I went ahead and put a little bit of glue on it so it'll hold that down. And then I'm just going to kind of glue them all. I thought it'd be easier in the long run just to glue everything down after sewing, you know, a little bit on the machine. It kind of gives me the look I like, and then just a little bit of kind of fun. So those 4 are done. And I'm going to pull over my other 4. This is for the other book. And glue these down. I think I'm going to put the pink one down here just because this one doesn't have a lot of pink, even though it's a little boy. And then we'll find spots for these in our journals. And then I want to show you guys one other thing I did that I had. For the rest of the video. You know, what I did on some of my music, you know, things, like when I was layering it up, I had like the music note come out and stuff. I kind of wanted that to kind of show out and stuff. And, you know, if there was a right way or whatever, I pay attention to like the words and stuff, make sure it's facing in the right direction. You don't have to do that. That's just what I like to do. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside, let these dry. We're going to grab our yellow book. The shorter ones go in the yellow book. So, and we're going to put some of these in here. I think I'm just going to put 3 right now. because since I have the three, I have my 3 signatures, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them like here. Let's put this one, I think. I'm kind of seeing what would go best, you know, in this area. I'm going to go ahead and just put just a hint of glue, I guess, like right there. Just to kind of hold it in place while I glue it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue that there. I think that's cute. It kind of goes with this page. Kind of blends in nicely. And then go ahead and put the thing, and with having the little gussets or whatever they're called, here it kind of, you can put something a little bit thicker in each of the pockets. So I really love that part. So I'm just going to do one of these in each of the signatures, and I might save the other one. I might go ahead and, you know, if there's a place where I feel like I need something, I can put it in there. I don't really have any, you know, rhyme or anything like that where I want them to go, so it's just wherever I feel like at the time. I kind of like to make sure it's going to lay flat. Sometimes if like one of your seams is off or something, it won't lay, you know, all that flat. If you fix all of that before you put it in your book, it's so much simpler. Okay. Then to come back at another time and try to get it to lay flat. I think it's crooked. There we go, try that. I'm going by the bottom, so that looks better. And then we'll do this one. Fox. Go ahead and put it here. Let's put this one, I think, because it's kind of green, and not that it matters really, but see this. I did kind of, on my other ones, I kind of cut a little V in each one of them, and it helps them to lay better when you're putting them together. Just a little bit to hold it in place. Put it over the fox. Okay, and I'm going to pop this one just in my pile of ephemera for this group. And then, like I said, if I feel like I need something at a later time, I can do that. So let me grab my other signatures and pop those in really quick. And here are those. So I'm loving how these little books are coming along. I just think they're so much fun. Okay, I think I'm going to put it here. This one's a little bit torn, so this will help kind of reinforce that. I could have used some washi tape there if I didn't, you know, if I wanted to. Oh. Okay. So we really don't have tons to do on this. We're almost done, and we're almost ready to put it into a book. You know, sometimes I do the pages first, put it into my book, and then I decorate it. But since I am doing my own spine and stuff, I want to kind of decorate it, put all my ephemera in there, and then figure out what spine I want, you know, what size I want my spine to be. So far, I really like 2.5-inch spines. I think that works pretty well for me. So what I did is I'm putting it on this paper, but I just want to see if there's anything on this side I would want to cover up. And I think as friends and little kids playing and stuff, I like the play and the playground and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and cover up this page. And just kind of, you know, kind of think about what you want to do. Come on, get in there. And the reason I'm covering up some of these pages is because one thing is they don't, I'm going to put it up higher, they don't have anything to do with my theme. And by doing this, when I put a journaling card in here, I will have more places to journal. And so, you know, if you cover up pages that, you know, don't mean anything to you, or that, you know, you don't have a feeling that you want them in your book or something, then that kind of helps cover up something that, you know, you can make a bigger more enjoyable place. Sorry, I was looking at this. But it kind of helps you, you know, utilize your pages in your book, I guess is what I'm getting at. This one, it doesn't have really any pages like that. I do have the little joke one, but it's too... I might could put it there, but this is also going to be like inside the signature. I'm going to go ahead and try it. We'll just put it in there. We'll make it work. And of course I didn't do my thing I've been showing you guys. Let's make it work now. And I'm just going to put it all the way over to the edge. Have a little bit, that way it's not right on the spine. It's almost on it though. But then that will give me some journaling spot and kind of utilize this page, you know, for something other than just taking up room. Okay, so one thing I wanted to show you guys was, let me see if I can find what I was looking for. Okay, so I had this manila folder, and I have cut it down to use for tuck spots or something, but I wanted to show you something that I saw on Pinterest, along with, you know, Miss Gayle has shown this, something similar. Patricia Viramontes has shown something similar also. Get all my things, I didn't put them up. There. That way I can find them next time. So what I want to do is, I think I'm just going to make one for each book and not for each signature. So I am just going to cut this down, and my little Daddy's little boy's over here. He's telling me he wants Daddy. Daddy went and he's working in the bathroom, but here he comes. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this down right here. And like this. And then what I'm going to do is, I think that will fit. It's going to be a little bit big for this page. So I'm going to cut off another like ½ inch or so, just to make it work. I think that will work. And then I just want to kind of rip this just a little bit, and we're going to make like a corner, like a tuck spot. So I'm just going to, I want it to go up kind of high. That's why I, didn't cut it down. So it's going to be like this. So that's going to be like my tuck spot. Then I'm going to do the same thing for my other book. Try to make it maybe, the same type thing. So, okay, so we have those. And then I'm going to grab some book paper, I think. Oops, I just ripped right in half. I think I want to use some of this. This is kind of from the blue book. And what I want is, I just want some, I'm going to move this. But yeah, these are so, no, this is from the yellow book, I think. 1, 2, 2, 4, 7 and a half here. Let me grab. This one's a little bit bigger, and I want to use this paper because it's kind of brittle. So if I glue it down, then that's not going to bother me. Just want to find some with some text on it. Here's some. Let's try this. Oh yeah, those will work really nicely. I'm going to kind of tear it down the same way. Probably an easier way to do this, but Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tear this off. I like the ragged look. And again, this is so fragile. I mean, if you fold it, it just kind of breaks. So that's why I wanted to use this one. And then I want to just kind of follow along with the one I already wore. Let's see, let's do this here. See how that's going to work. Okay, like that. I kind of like that. I'm going to tear out just a little bit more here. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit here. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to have text on it. So going to try to use the same, piece of paper. So then I'm just gonna piece a little bit just to make it work. I think that'll work pretty nice. Like that. Okay, and now I want my distress ink, which I'm not sure where that is. Oh, here it is. And I'm just using my walnut stain ink. I'm just going to ink all of it up because, you know, I think that kind of makes it pop a little. But see, even as I'm inking, it kind of is catching that paper. And like I said, it's just so fragile. There we go. That one. Let's do this one. Oops. Just ripping it. I heard you could use like kitchen wrap, that saran wrap, and kind of, you can iron this on top of saran wrap, and that will make it, you know, more durable. Okay, then I want to go ahead and do my corner edges. This is really what is going to make our little pocket. And what this is just a big corner pocket that I was inspired by Pinterest, but I have, you know, I remember Gayle showing the manila folder, and I want that such, I just want the edges perfect. And I thought that would give us a little bit more durability. So that's kind of why I went with the manila folder. We're going to go ahead and glue that down. So let me set that's going to start here. And I just want to make sure I get it pretty much all over because it is so fragile. There we go. Looks pretty good. And we'll do this one. But I just thought this would be a fun little project. Shouldn't take us all that long, you know. Put this here. This here. And now we're just going to kind of, you know, put different items here. I think that'll be kind of fun. So I pulled some of my stamps. I want to put some stamps on here. I kind of want the colors, you know, that are in the book. I have tons of little stamps. I saw one earlier, and now I can't find it. Love these stamps. Again, I got all these stamps off of Etsy. And it was from someone who just goes through it, the mail, I guess, and pulls, you know, different kind of stamps. And oh, that was a little too bright, I think. And then you can just buy just stamps like this. They have, you know, they're all used stamps. But maybe this was it. Yeah, I think that was it. So it's just, I kind of want to use bright colors. That's why, you know, or the colors in my book. So what I'm doing is just kind of collaging on top of these. And we're just going to kind of play and see what we can, you know, do on each one. I'm going to ink around everything. kind of just see what we can do. I think I want to use a little bit of music paper because I have that right here. And, you know, sometimes it's just fun just to play and, you know, use whatever you have. And, you know, see what you can come up with for decorations. You know, I've seen recently on, like, Junk Journal Junkies or one of those, I have a few. And they're like, you know, I can't afford to junk journal. Well, you know, it really does not cost a lot of money to make a junk journal. You know, junk mail, everyone pretty much has that freely. So, you know, if you think you don't have the money, just pull out some old magazines, run to the thrift store. You know, you can get magazines at the thrift store for nothing pretty much. And, or just look through your junk mail. Keep your junk mail. A lot of magazines come through the junk mail, and if you don't have any magazines coming and you want something, then look online. You can sign up for a bunch of magazines. Okay. That feels a little thick to me there. But you know, you can, you know, you don't have to have a digital kit. You don't have to have fancy scrapbooking paper or anything like that. Just use whatever you have. And here I am just kind of figuring out a collage that I want. You know, probably want my letters kind of going the right way. But you can just kind of, you know, let it go however you want to. I do want the little ticket in here because it kind of brings in the kit. And I'm just kind of playing along to see what I want to add. I just thought that would be kind of fun. I can add some lace if I want to, or some rickrack or whatever, you know. Add whatever you're in the mood to add. And I don't think I'm going to sew on this. I was just going to glue stuff down. You know, I just wanted to just kind of have fun and do like a little collage. Seeing what all I have. I love this lace right here. I think that's so pretty. You know, you could sew. You could do whatever you wanted to, but, you know, it's not necessary. Let me grab, what about some of this, you know, that we had the pictures or the paper from. Just to kind of bring in more of those books. Maybe pop this in here. That's just kind of fun. This is, yeah, definitely some of my favorite things to do. Just a little fun collages. Let's see what else I have here. Well, and some of this stuff, you know, like I said, it's just so fragile. You can't really use it in any other way, you know, except for a collage. Let's see. Look through here and just see what we can find. Cute little images. I really love this book. It's too bad the pages are so brittle. But, you know, if you're, if you can figure out a way to use them, then, you know, that's kind of nice. looking at some of these little, excuse me, some of these letters, some of these words, and I was looking for like friend or something like that. I thought that might be kind of funny. Not funny, but fun. Here, let's look at this one. See, it says friends. I'm just gonna dig that little piece out. And I just want like your friends. I think that would be kind of fun. Like that. Make sure I'm not picking up anything else. There we go. How cute. Go ahead and but you know, just kind of collage on it and you know, just have fun. Let's see what else. I feel like it still needs something. I think I know what that is. I think it needs a little bit of color from, get one of these little scraps. Just kind of like that. I think that'll be cute right there. Just kind of play with it until you know, kind of get what you want on there, what you feel like it needs. I think this one is done. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue some of this down. Go ahead and ink around this. Yeah, so I saw something similar to this, and you know, they had just different pieces of ephemera, you know, just glued down, and I thought to a corner, so I went ahead and used the manila folder as my base, and then I wanted some book pages. You could use whatever kind of book pages you have, but I wanted to use, you know, some of the items or some from the books I pulled from. And I think it's going to turn out really well and kind of add a little bit to our books. And I just use my art glitter glue. I think it works really well for paper. To me, it's always like a kind of like a, I have to figure out which way that goes. Super glue for paper. That's what I call it. So it I kind of like that. Yeah, and I figured it felt like it needed something right down here, and I'm just gonna do that with a little bit of a frame. And we'll put our little stamp on it and see if it needs anything else, or if we like how it goes, how it looks. Kind of fun. One of my favorite things, though, is kind of like mixed media, and that's kind of what this is. It kind of has all the pieces, and see what I want this. I think I like that, where it kind of goes a little bit over our stamp. Color. I like that. I think I'm going to call that one done. Let's work on this. I'm not too sure about this piece right here. I'm going to trim down this ticket here and see what we have. I do like this one because I did put the friends on it. So I may look for another, you know, word or something that has friends. So I like how that looked. I like delays, kind of see what else. This one needs, let's look through our book again just to see if there's anything else, you know, right off the bat that we could use. Kind of just look around and see. I kind of like that tall because it might be a little big. It's kind of fun to see what you can find in your book, you know, instead of going to like, you know, having to use like Tim Holtz stickers or something. See what you already have. It doesn't cost anything. And, you know, just it helps you to be more creative. And I think as, you know, the more creative you are, I feel like the more creative you become, because, you know, you're thinking, oh, I could have done that, or I could have done that. And I think that's really a neat, you know, way to become more creative and to think in a creative way. I know my nieces, they're like, we're not creative, but if I can point them in one direction, then, you know, suddenly they have all these ideas. And I think that that's what, you know, the more creative you practice at, the more creative you become. If that makes any sense. See, I have friends here again. Maybe I'll use that. I did like the friends on the other one. And I could just leave Sally's friends or something. That would be kind of cute too. Kind of utilize our words here because we do have, you know, so many. Do that. I think that will work, and I really like the size of my the writing, the font. Okay, and I want to go ahead and add some more color to this because I think if you have, you know, like 3 different colors or something, it really adds a lot. So I think I might add, I don't really like that one. Ooh, I still have this bit. It's like kind of messed up. Let's add part of it maybe. That'd be kind of cute. Kind of, do I like that? I kind of like that side. It has a little bit of brown, and so I think that kind of tones it down a bit. Slide that in there like that. Move that because I want this on. I think that'll be kind of fun. Like that. Put this piece on top. And I'm going to turn it a little bit because I think sometimes it's just better. And that. Figure out how I want the rest of these. Oh, I really like that piece. I think that's pretty. Let's see. Still feel like it needs something down here in the corner. Maybe I will just kind of put a little, so it kind of brings in a little bit more color. I think I like that much better. Go ahead, let's glue this piece down. Just got to figure out what you want on top, what you want on bottom. That there, then I want the lace on top of that piece. You see how all the layers, it kind of just adds to the makeup of your project. It's not holding down very well. Some thicker glue. The glue dries clear, so it'll work if I can get it to stick down. Okay, come on. My hands have so much glue on it, it keeps pulling them up. Okay, so do I want that there and this here? Ooh, I like that. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think that's fun. Look at those. Okay, so I think we're done with these. We're going to put them in our book, which is really fun. And I was thinking about putting them in the middle signature. Let me grab that and just see if, you know, there's a good place for them. Jolly joke. Look on the other side. Sorry, the outside cats are having a fight. I have outside cats also, so. Let's see, I already put that one there. So maybe we'll put it like on this one. That's kind of cool. But look how fun that is, just a fun little collage. I really like that. Okay, I like that there. And I'm just putting it in as like a pocket or tuck spot. So just on two sides, the two straight sides right here. And I'm just going to line it up pretty straight like that. And then we'll have a little pocket in there. It brings in our friendship. It's just a fun little collage pocket. So let me grab my middle signature from the larger book. And I think it was this one. I don't know that I really have. Nope, this was our first one because I really like that page. Let's make this one our second one because why not? So I think I'm going to just put it here. It just seems blank to me. And we're going to just put that there. That's kind of fun. And when I saw this, I thought it was such a fun idea that I really just wanted to, you know, add them to the books. Like I said, you know, every time I make a book, I think of something different that I want to add. From looking at Pinterest and stuff. So I think we are done here. So we got our little pockets stuck in here, and there's our little pocket, and then our little kind of pocket collage, which I think is really fun, and it was really, really fun to make. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video. You guys have a wonderful day.